Hello, and this is Pasquale, and today I'm going to be continuing with my benzodiazepine series. Now, last time I made a video regarding on how benzodiazepines work. Today I'm going to be focusing on benzodiazepine withdrawal symptoms. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to start off by kind of separating them into three categories. And the first one would be neurological, the second one would be psychological, and the third one would be physical. And these are all different types of symptoms. Now, I'm going to give you some of the neurological symptoms that are frequently reported or that are more common with benzodiazepine withdrawal. And a lot of these have a lot of similarity with MF. So you may feel numbness in your limbs, tingly sensations in your limbs. You might get like difficulty concentrating. You may also get migraines or migraine type headaches, and some of the stuff that comes with it. For example, light sensitivity. You may also have some joint pains, muscle rigidity, or muscle pain. These are all neurological symptoms that are associated specifically to benzodiazepine withdrawal. Now, I'm going to be the next one would be psychological symptoms. These would be more like anxiety-related symptoms, and for example, insomnia, depersonalization, obsessive thoughts, intrusive thoughts, panic attacks, and of course, extreme anxiety. And you can have all sorts of psychological symptoms that you can find some more if you can do a Google search, but these are the most common. Now, you have the physical symptoms. Now, the physical symptoms can be a manifestation of the psychological symptoms. For example, here are a few physical symptoms you might get, and for example, high blood pressure, which is transient, tachycardia, sweating, difficulty breathing, fatigue, hyperventilation. Now, for example, tachycardia, your high blood pressure or blood pressure issues may be caused directly because of a psychological symptom, as panic attacks do cause sweating, do cause hyperventilation, do cause all these, but they can also be independent because of the, like I said in the first video, the disruption of the normal function of your neurotransmitters. So independently, if you don't have a panic attack, you may have tachycardia. So these are the three categories of symptoms that usually are common, like I said, for benzodiazepine withdrawals. Now, what I would like to kind of talk about regarding benzodiazepine symptoms is one thing that while you're going through withdrawals, your external stresses may influence the severity of these symptoms. And what I'm trying to say here is not that your external life or things that are going around you, your personal life, your financial, any other stressful situation is causing these symptoms. It's just that these things tend to make it worse. And for that reason, if you can, I recommend, if you can, minimize these external stresses. Some of them are inevitable, like work, if you have children. But if you can minimize these, the most you can is something that is a good thing for you and your recovery, because a lot of relapses are due to the withdrawal symptoms. Now, I'm going to also be speaking about how you basically recover from these and how long it takes. I noticed in my recovery, and from testimonies and from stories that I've read along the years, people tend to have windows. Now, what a window is a moment of silence in your brain. That's what I like to call a moment of silence in which you are free of symptoms. You are free, or you're free of most symptoms. And these come and go, and as time goes by, they become wider and wider. And they can also be random. You could, at the beginning, you could recover mostly from most symptoms, and then find out a couple months later that you have all the symptoms back again. but eventually you do slowly readjust your brain that has been downregulated slowly adjusts to the lack of benzodiazepines, and your body eventually reaches its homeostasis. Now, another thing that is very interesting about benzodiazepine withdrawals is how we tend to get worse before we get better. And I experienced this personally myself, and I have also, through the years, those testimonies that I've read and other people who have been going through withdrawals report this very often. They often feel at their worst when they finally recover. And feeling at their worst doesn't always mean that they're going to recover. But typically that's what happens. But it also means that your body is going through your brain is going through a major change. It's healing. So when you feel worse, or your withdrawal symptoms worse, and the flare-up is extremely bad, what this means, and it literally means that you are recovering. And you can compare this to people who quit smoking. You would think that when somebody quits smoking, that their breathing becomes smoother, and that they automatically, and that they, have a better breathing process. But in reality, this isn't the case. The case is that people that quit smoking, up to 3 months, their lungs hurt, they can't breathe properly, and they feel worse off than when they were smoking. And why? Because their whole respiratory system is going through a physiological change, and this causes the severity of the original problem to kind of get worse. But this is all recovery. This is a good thing. This is not something that you should, be afraid of, or like I said,